everyone, and welcome to my final empties video of 2021. In this video, I'll be sharing my empties of skincare, hair care, and body care. If you're interested to see what makeup products I have emptied, you can find it in my yearly makeup roundup video, which I will link in the description box. And for my previous skincare empties of the year, you can also find that in the description box. All right, let's begin with hair care first. I actually have quite a few this time around. I have 4 shampoo empties, 3 of which are a mini size and 1 full size. So let's start with this one. The first one is the Pureology Hydrate Shampoo. I believe I got this one as a gift with purchase from Sephora. And it says that it's for dry, color-treated hair, which is exactly the hair type that I have. I had my hair bleached for 2 years before I finally colored it black this summer. So even though technically this is my natural hair color, it's not my natural hair. It's still bleached and color treated hair. But since my natural hair grows pretty fast, so eventually I'll end up having all my natural hair back again. For my extremely damaged bleached hair, I think this shampoo actually worked really well. I'm not sure how much the full size costs, but since it's a Sephora brand, I believe it's gonna be pricey. So for that reason, I may not go back and repurchase it. And if you have bleached and color treated hair or just extremely damaged dry hair, I think this would be a shampoo that works for you. Next up, I have the Detox Shampoo from Way. This is also, I believe, a gift with purchase from Sephora. And I absolutely loved this shampoo. I think it cleans my hair so well, cleans my roots so well, because like I mentioned earlier, I stopped bleaching my hair since early August. So my roots and probably about an inch or 2 from my roots are all my natural hair. And my natural hair is actually not dry at all, nor is it oily. It's very, very normal. But because I still have a good length of my hair that's still damaged and bleached, there's sort of this imbalance in my hair. And my scalp would feel more greasy than it would if I were to have just all natural hair, if that makes sense. So this transition period is kind of frustrating because whether I have my hair all bleached or all natural, I don't really come across a greasy, oily scalp. But now I kind of do, and this clears it up really, really well. I feel so refreshed every time when I wash my hair with this shampoo. I definitely plan to repurchase this shampoo. Next up, I have the Christophe Robin Purifying Shampoo. As a shampoo itself, it's kind of similar to the Way one that I just mentioned, where it also leaves a really refreshing feel in my scalp, though it's a lot more drier for the color treated part of my hair. Overall, it's pretty good. I do find that I had to use quite a bit of it for it to lather well. Well, maybe it's just not the type that really lathers. Though it being 75 milliliters, it only lasted me a handful of washes, probably no more than 5 times. Whereas the Pureology one, it was only 50 milliliters, but it lasted me at least 10 washes, I want to say. And the Way one, it's only 30 milliliters, but it still lasted me well over 5 times. I had enough uses with the Way one to form a solid opinion on this shampoo. And for the Christophe Robin one, as a shampoo, once again, it's all right. I won't repurchase it, even though the shampoo wasn't bad. I have such a negative experience with the hair mask of this brand that at least for a while, for a couple of years, I won't be repurchasing anything from this brand. You will still see Empties from this brand because I have other products left still, but I will not repurchase any of them. And the last one and the only full size shampoo I finished is the Neutrogena T-Gel Daily Control 2-in-1 shampoo plus conditioner. This one was mostly used by my husband because he suffers from a lot of dandruff problems, and this is by far one of the best and most effective shampoos that we're able to find at the drugstore. I'm sure that we're not the only one who thinks that this is one of the most effective ones because it's always out of stock at the drugstore. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are buying this. If you suffer from dandruff problems, I would say give this a try. You don't have to try the 2-in-1 one. The shampoo I think even works better, but because everything was out of stock, we picked up the 2-in-1 one instead. Next up, I have 2 hair masks. I'll start with the Kerastase one. I'm sure this is one of their most popular products on the internet, and that's why I thought of giving it a try. I think the smell's not bad. It lasted me a couple months, which is pretty decent because I do use a lot for my extremely damaged bleached hair. So all in all, it was a good hair mask. It's worth the hype, I guess. But if you saw my last skincare haircare empties video, you know what my favorite hair treatment is. It's also from this brand, but not this particular product though. So for a similar price point, I would much rather repurchase this one. However, if you're interested in trying this, I definitely recommend. I think it's a great hair mask. Next up, I have the Moroccan Oil Intense Hydrating Mask for medium to thick dry hair. So I consider myself having medium hair, not thick. I wouldn't say it's thick, and for sure my hair isn't fine. And I think for the most part it did live up to its claim. I could feel that if I were to have my natural hair, this would have been an amazing hair mask, similar to the Verb Ghost one that I mentioned in my previous Empties video, but it's just lacking a little bit because my hair is so damaged. At the moment, I won't repurchase this one, but once I return to having only my natural hair, I may consider repurchasing this. Final product, tiny little Ryogeo Don't Despair Repair hair oil. I believe this product came out spring of 2020. It's in a little bottle with a rose inside, and I did buy at the time for the packaging. And I also did have bleached hair at the time already. I used up that full size pretty quickly after I received it because it was tiny, but also because it actually works. So I'm very happy to have also received this as a gift with purchase from Sephora because it's a product that I know works very well, but at the same time I won't go back to repurchasing the full size ever again just because it's not cost effective at all. So very nice according to me as a hair oil, but I would much rather spend more money and get a hair oil that works as well and lasts way longer than the full size of this. Now let's move on to skincare. Starting off with some serum products. Surprisingly, I don't have any cleanser empties. So once again, I'll start with the mini sizes one. First up, I've got the Kiehl's Vital Skin Strengthening Super Serum, which of course I received as a gift with purchase from Sephora. And also, like I mentioned in pretty much every single one of my Empties videos, I just don't really find a place for serum in my skincare routine. I don't really remember to use it anyway, so I don't really buy any serums unless it's like a brightening one or like a vitamin C one that has a more specific function. So whatever serum I get as a gift with purchase, I would use it. And if I do end up finishing it like this one, then it just means it felt really nice on my skin. I enjoyed using it, but but I just won't repurchase because I don't really have a place for it. So the same goes for the Lancome Clarifique Refining Dual Essence. But I'm sure this is a pretty popular item, right? So I think many people have used this and loved it as well. For me, same thing. It's really nice. I got it, I used it all up and won't repurchase, just simply because I don't use it. Next up, I have the Guerlain Double R Renew and Repair Serum. I know I said I don't use serums. I don't know why I bought this. Well, I know why I bought this, because I thought it was like half serum, half oil, or maybe it is, but I believe it's just 2 serums and no oil. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's what it is, but when I bought it, I thought it was half oil, and that's the reason why I got it, because I was interested in the oil. And after finishing a full size of this, I have formed a solid opinion on the fact that I don't really need a serum in my routine, because I don't think this did anything to my skin. I had such a hard time finishing it up because I just didn't want to reach for it. So it pretty much lasted me for a full year. It definitely would have lasted me still over 6 months, even if I had used it regularly. So I'd say if you are interested in this is an extremely expensive product that will actually last you a while. But for me, definitely a no in terms of repurchase. I absolutely loved the Guerlain Watery Oil. I believe that's what it's called. I definitely will consider repurchasing that. It's so expensive. It's very difficult to justify the price. This one is hard no. Next up, another full-size serum. I have the Clarins Bright Plus Advanced Brightening Dark Spot Targeting Serum. I got this because I saw good reviews on this product. I use it on my neck and on my face, and I actually find this effective. This is the only brightening serum that I've ever used, and I have already repurchased this because I did have a great experience using this. Well, I bought this mainly to target some acne marks that I have, and like the product suggests, it's just for dark spot targeting, so you don't be able to see, I guess, a subtle difference, but at the same time I do feel like I see a difference using this product, and that's why I repurchased it. So if you're looking for a product like this, I would say you can give this a try. And it worked really well on my dry skin as well. Next up, I have an oil. This is the Cora Face Oil. It says organics on it, and I felt that it was a very natural feeling oil, and it's very nourishing. It feels very nice, gets the job done. My nose, especially around the tip of my nose, gets very, very dry when it comes to fall and winter. So I mostly use this during the fall, and I would just put it on my nose before I apply makeup, and just in the morning when I'm getting ready, even if I don't plan on wearing any makeup, it calms down the dryness. All in all, I think it works very well. If I ever come across this full size, I may consider repurchasing it. On the other hand, I don't feel like it does anything other than moisturizing. So if you're looking for a facial oil that has more of a function to it, then this is probably not the one for you. If you just have dry skin and you're looking for an oil that will not mess with your face and likely will not be irritating, then you could give this a shot. Next up, I have a few eye products, and these are all mini sizes. First, I'll start with the Shiseido one. If you've been watching my Empties video, you've seen this in every single one. I think. I want to say I'm sure, but I'm not sure if they actually did appear in every single one. But the majority of my Empties video, for sure. This is my last little tube I have, I believe. And now I've only got the full size left. This is the Shiseido Benefiance Wrinkle Smoothing Eye Cream. It's really nice, works well on my dry skin, and works really well before makeup, works really well at nighttime. It's truly a really good eye cream, and no wonder it's always sold out. Like I mentioned, I do still have a full size of this left, but I'm pretty sure I will repurchase once I go through that. Next up, also from Shiseido, it is the Power Infusing Eye Concentrate. If I'm not mistaken, I have used up a few of the red bottled Power Infusing Concentrate, and that appeared in a few of my Empties videos. While that product didn't really do anything for my skin, and I didn't feel anything special about that, this eye concentrate, however, I very much did enjoy, and I do plan to repurchase this. And this is the product that got me thinking about eye concentrate or like essence serum for the eyes. I think these two products, they make a good combo, and I really enjoyed this Power Infusing Eye Concentrate. Will repurchase. Next up, I have the First Aid Beauty Eye Duty Niacinamide Brightening Cream. This came in a First Aid Beauty set that I got this past Sephora sale, so just last month in November, and I had already finished it. I think it's only 3 milliliters. I don't think it was enough for me to really form a solid opinion. However, I did enjoy using it, and of course I used it up right away as soon as I received the value set. Now, in terms of whether or not I would repurchase this, I say no at the moment, because I'm so in love with the Shiseido eye cream that I don't think I would consider purchasing any other eye creams at the moment. Next up, I have the Dr. Jart Brightening and Moisturizing Eye Cream. This did last me a while, and I feel this being similar to the Shiseido eye cream. And I mostly used this before I apply makeup, and it works really well as a base. Very moisturizing and not greasy, and feels really nice on the eyes. I think this is a very great eye cream. But again, I won't purchase any eye cream until I get sick of the Shiseido one. And next up, I have 3 moisturizers. Start with the smallest one. It is the IT Cosmetics Confidence in Your Beauty Sleep for all skin types. So of course, this was a gift with purchase. I just want to say this is definitely not for all skin types, because it did not work on my skin, nor did it work on my husband's skin. And we both have very dry skin, and this was just drying on our skins. I tried this first and it absolutely did not work. It was so drying that I couldn't stand it, and I just couldn't even finish it up. So I asked my husband to use it. It was very drying for him as well. Luckily, it's just such a tiny product that it only took us a few uses in total. So definitely will not repurchase. Stay away from this if you have dry skin. Next up, the Moisture Facial Cream from the brand Curel. If you have been watching my Empties video, I'm sure you have seen this. Surprisingly, I only have 1 of these Empties this time around. So like I mentioned before, this is an amazing moisturizer, very moisturizing on the skin, and doesn't really do much other than moisturizing, but for someone who has extremely dry skin, that's all I'd ask for in a moisturizer. And it's also designed for sensitive skin, so it's not irritating, it's very soothing. It's not gonna mess up your skin, especially for me. My skin does get sensitive. I don't really have sensitive skin, but my skin does get more sensitive when it comes to the drier seasons. So I gotta take care of it properly. And the reason why I've only got 1 empty of this is because I was using this for the most part in October and November. And it is the La Roche-Posay Triple Action Balm. anti-itching, repairing, immediate soothing. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't really have sensitive skin. Like I'm not really sensitive to anything, but the dryness does make my skin a lot more sensitive. And when we were just approaching fall back in October, my face had such bad reactions. It was so incredibly dry. I felt so dehydrated and I was breaking out. It was awful. Oh, and it was itchy sometimes due to the dryness. So I had to find something that was really strong, and I bought this. So I used this as a facial moisturizer, and I used it up in just over a month. It's crazy. But you know what? It saved my face, and now my face is all good. I can just use normal moisturizers. Nevertheless, I will certainly keep on repurchasing this. I think it's a really nice facial moisturizer if you are like me, you have extremely dry skin. This is also great for sensitive skin, so highly recommend this if you have dry skin. Next up, only one sunscreen. I have the Corte Multi Protection sunscreen. I'm pretty sure this has appeared in my previous empties as well. It's a very rich moisturizer like sunscreen. I love it because I can apply a ton of it and it's not drying and doesn't have any white cast. So it's perfect for me. Though as much as I love this, I have seen many reviews saying that this is extremely greasy. Once again, I would recommend that you stay away from this unless you have dry skin. But if you do have dry skin and you're looking for a sunscreen that could almost work as a second layer of moisturizer, then I do highly recommend that you give this a try. Next up, I have the acne spot treatment from Clean & Clear. This is the salicylic acid acne treatment that I mentioned in my previous empties video. And there we go, another empties of this. So I just use it as a spot treatment anytime when I have acne or pimple popping up on my skin. I don't get a lot, but I do have hormonal acne on a regular basis as part of my cycle, so this does come in handy. It contains 2% salicylic acid. I've been using this for pretty much a decade already, since my teens. My husband also uses this with me, and he loves this product because he has a lot of acne. Okay, maybe because he's just still young. I recommend giving this a try if you are looking for a acne spot treatment product. And the last skincare item I have is a mask. This is from Afiloca. It's a scrub and mask, reoxygenating exfoliating mask. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that this is not exactly an empty because I haven't finished the entire product. I have in the past, but this one just got too lazy to use it and I didn't end up finishing it before the expiration date. Well, on the back of the jar it says a 6 month, and I would say this is one of the products that would go bad pretty quickly. So you want to make sure that if you are getting this product, you want to get on and keep using it regularly before it goes bad. This is a great exfoliating mask for dry skin because it's not stripping at all and it leaves my skin feeling really nice and soft. And I personally love this exfoliating mask, but because I'm just so lazy to use any kind of mask, I won't repurchase it for the time being. If one day I find myself not being as lazy with my skincare, I'll probably go back and repurchase this one. We're almost there. That was all the skincare items. Now I have only 3 body care items. Number 1, shower gel from Bath and Body Works. This is in a scent bourbon and it's a men's collection, but I just love this scent when I went to the store the other day. So I bought this and I use it along with my husband, so we both use, but we always share the same shower products and all the skincare, and well, maybe not all the skincare, but most of the items we do share. It is a really typical men's scent, I would say. So if you're into that, you can give it a shot. But recently, when I went on the website and in store, I feel like this scent is no longer available. That's kind of disappointing. I couldn't repurchase even if I wanted to. I would love to repurchase, but I feel like it's no longer available, so that's too bad. Next up, also from Bath & Body Works, is the Ultimate Hydration Body Cream in the scent Rose. I'm a big fan of floral scents. I'm not that big on rose though. It's probably one of my least favorite floral scents, but I don't know why I still got it. I mean, it's a classic rose scent, I guess. So I love the Bath & Body Works body cream. I've gone through so many tubes of this already. Not in the rose scent though, but this product itself. And for sure I will keep on repurchasing. I still have a few backups in other scents, so I'll for sure go through those before I repurchase any new ones. And the final product in this video, the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. I use this as a body cream along with my husband, though I do plan to just use this as a facial moisturizer as well in the future once I use up all my existing moisturizers, because it's a really nice moisturizer for the body, so why not for the face? All I need from a facial moisturizer is just hydration. That's all I need. So I've already repurchased so many of these, and no matter how many I stock up, they always just run out. And now I have no backups, so I do plan to repurchase this in the near future. And that wraps up my final Empties video for 2021. I'm not sure when this will be posted, but anyways, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That really means a lot to me. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.